Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, Kim.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me tonight and
my
joining
pleasure.
us tonight.
Hi, everybody.
So let me go ahead and kick this off. I am Kinyatta Gray of Girls Love, Flights, Feelings, and Fashion. And tonight we have the legendary, the iconic, the incomparable Kim Fields joining us. Hello, Kim.
Hello. How are you?
I'm fine. Can I just tell you that when I found out that I would be interviewing you, I was like, I only know of one Kim Fields, and she's an icon. And they were like, yes, that's the Kim Fields. So I am so honored. You know, I did the whole teenage thing, ran into my room, screamed in my pillow for like 20 minutes, and got myself together. So welcome.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here. Hi, everybody. Hello.
So you look wonderful. You look wonderful as well. I love your hair like that.
Thank you. It's actually for my Netflix series that I star in with Mike Epps and Wanda Sykes and Paige Kennedy. So it's a comedy that will drop in 2021. So my character, Regine Hunter. That's not her name. Regina Upshaw. The show is called The Upshaws. And so this is her signature look.
Yeah, it's very becoming on you.
Thank you.
So Kim, you know what? We are in the holidays and you know, families have their traditions.
Yes.
And they love to decorate and they love to come together in their kitchens, around their countertops with their favorite beverages. And so I know that you have something special to tell us about Signature Blends by KP, and I'm especially interested in Snuggles in a bottle.
Yes.
Snuggles in a jar.
Yes. So Signature Blends by KF, that is my line of coffee and teas. And then during the holiday season, we do have our exclusive hot cocoa, Snuggles in a jar. And I am so excited to present our holiday collection to everyone. This year, we've got my team went above and beyond when it came to doing some extraordinary things with our holiday collection. So we have our staples of an eggnog blend. We have, which is one of my favorites, which is why I called it Comfort and Kim's Joy. We have a non-flavored but full of flavor espresso blend, which is called the Antidote, because even though we may be zooming through the holidays or not seeing everybody and not, attending all the parties in the normal way that we're used to, we still might need a little pick-me-up every now and again during the season. So I definitely offer my espresso blend. And then we have our holiday love blend, which is where chocolate and red velvet cake kiss. And so those are our three staple blends. And then, girl, when I tell you, I told my team, hey, listen, I need something for the grown and sexy this holiday season, because we all need to kind of ramp up into that thing, you know, and just feel ourselves just a little bit more with this thing, you know. And so I said, let's do a collection that's featured within our holiday collection, and we call it Signature Spirits. And it's it's 6 amazing alcohol-free, liqueur flavor-infused coffee blends. And so all of our coffees also come in decaf. So if you are not a caffeine person, we do have decaf. And again, yes, we do have our coffee, our teas, our hot cocoa.
Gosh, I absolutely love it. And you know what, Kim, when I saw the video for the Signature Blends by KF, I was like, there has never been a time when I watched a commercial or a video about beverages that was so sensual. So it's almost like creating an experience. It's not just drinking cocoa. It's like the whole entire experience.
That's exactly right. And that's how I feel about coffee. It is definitively, it's a part of an experience. It's a part of, you know, things that you experience that may be on the day-to-day, the regular, that's almost routine. From waking up in the morning, or when you need your 4 o'clock pick-me-up, or when you're doing your wind down, or if you're having dessert and coffee, or when when you are having your mom dates or your hangout time with the fellas. Hey, let's grab a cup of coffee. And, you know, it's always a part of an experience. And so for me, I wanted to say, okay, now how do I do the experience? How do I help us level up in this space? And so you're exactly right, you know, and that's what we wanted to convey with our commercials this year.
Oh, yeah. Well, you did a job well done.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You know, somebody just said, let's see, coffee is my bonding time with the person I love the most. Well, come on. I can't see the first name, but it said Crosby. Coffee touches your soul in the morning. Ooh, you are speaking my love language.
Exactly.
Come on through with the coffee words and gems.
I love it.
But absolutely. So it was a space that I couldn't wait to really dive into, you know, and it was a long time coming of, you know, planning, and you think that you're going to do something and then it turns out to be a different direction and all sorts of things. But at the end of the day, that's part of what I love. One of the things I love about being an entrepreneur, but providing beyond a product. It's an experience. And we don't refer to our customers as customers. Anybody who makes a purchase with us, you are part of our blended family.
I love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kim, with such a vast career spanning many, many years, what inspired you to actually step out and build your empire by becoming an entrepreneur?
Well, it's a process, first of all. And one thing that really kind of kicked it off for me was when I was around 16 or so, I knew that I didn't want to be a has-been. I didn't want to be a statistic the way that some child stars are just kind of the history of child stars, you know, from dating as far back as some of our earliest, you know, moments in movie making. And I felt like I owed it to my village. Who poured into me and who held me up and continues to hold me up and be pillars for me. I owed it to them not to go and let the wheels fall off. And so for me, wanting to do something, and my mother just said point blank, get a backup plan. You better have something else to fall back on in case you never work again.
Kim.
And it wasn't a thing of fear that she put in me. It was just a gem. It was wisdom to have and now, I mean, I'm backup plan queen. At least I try to be in a number of ways, up to and including when I'm directing, you know, TV and film and on stage. If the schedule shifts or we don't have something, you got to be able to pivot right there in real time.
It is so true.
Yeah, so that's one thing that I really I knew that I wanted to do something different. And as much as I love my industry, you know, the entertainment industry can certainly be, you know, a roller coaster ride, feast or famine. You can be working on a project for 10 years before it sees the light of day, that sort of thing. And so being able to have an experience with coffee, with tea, the hot beverage life, you know, understanding that sip happens. And so being able to share that from a business perspective. Was something that was important. It was something where when you look at certain industries, you go, okay, I don't need a lot of overhead. I don't need brick and mortar. And especially at such a time as this, where you have online boutiques and all sorts of things, it's very, it doesn't cost nearly as much, even though there is a cost to dream. And there is the cost of doing business. It isn't like it used to be, where it was, you know, just obstacle after obstacle. You know, and so Hollywood is dead, isn't it? No, Hollywood is not dead. Hollywood is alive and well, and you know, has other incarnations of itself around the world at this point. So that's really what led me to, you know, being an entrepreneur and why I chose coffee. You know, it's something that as a global citizen, I love being able to know that I am working with growers from 36 different countries from around the world. I love it. I love that I'm able to participate in fair trade, participate in organic farming, and I mean, just different things that really speak to being a relevant and responsible entrepreneur and citizen today. How do I get some coffee, you say? You can definitely order it at SignatureBlendsbyKF.com. The link is also in my link tree in my bio.
And it's absolutely going to be posted after this interview as well. Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So Kim, with so much going on, being an entrepreneur and you know, being a wife, a mom, and everything that you have going on in the entertainment industry, how important is self-care to you? And what are some ways that you indulge in self-care?
Great question. Thank you about self-care. I do want to just address a follow-up question here. Duty calls, nurse life. You know what? Blessings to you, nurse, covering and protection and peace at this time. And thank you so much for all that you are doing.
Yes.
Know that as you are running off of here, that you take all of us with you. Amen. And that we are there covering you and keeping you. Also, I wanted to follow up on something someone else said about technology harming Hollywood. Coffee is self-care. Okay. You are doing the most with your coffee insights. But, you know, I think technology has really, and I will get to the self-care thing, but I feel like this is an important point that someone brought up about technology and the entertainment industry. It's really helped the entertainment industry tremendously. We have platforms that we never had before. We have access to platforms.
Yes.
And so the storytellers and the creatives are far more successful now because they have access that we never had before. I mean, it wasn't too long ago when we just had 3 networks.
Yes.
And no streaming.
Yes.
And no cable. And then cable. And so you have all these different platforms because of technology.
Yes.
Where you're able to see more stories. You're able to employ more people around the world. You're able to see stories from around the world that you may not have seen before. Like anything else, of course, technology has its moments where it's like, oh, now we've gone too far. But I think that's on you, how you choose to use technology.
Right.
And use it, you know, we use our technological powers for good, hopefully.
Exactly.
And so being able to understand that technology has definitely helped to be able to get stories out there, storytellers out there, employment, and understanding that you have access to so much now. So I think that it's definitely been a blessing, so to speak, to our industry. In terms of self-care, I have a brand that I launched on my birthday called Refresh by KF. That too is on Instagram, IG, Refresh by KF. And I basically wanted to really make far more accessible and far more as a part of our regular narrative in conversations, self-care. With your mind, your body, your spirit. You know, bringing certain platforms and brands to my, whether it's you call it a fan base or within my brand, and doing brand to brand collaborations, whatever it may be, because we are in a new time. We are doing, hi Casey, we are doing, hi sis, my sister's on here, Tandria Potts. Hi. Now if she says I looked refreshed, then I really know I'm doing something, because Tandria Potts, listen y'all, she is the truth. If you don't follow her, follow her. See her on this feed right now, Tandria Potts.
Okay.
She's one of my sister friends. If you saw a movie that I did a few years ago called Across to Bear, she directed that. She's an incredible producer, entrepreneur in her own right. She's got a phenomenal studio here in Georgia. We actually filmed one of our commercials at her studio.
Oh my God.
But Tandria gave me a gem, and she told me, again, speaking of self-care, and this, folks, is how we adjust and hold each other's crowns as women. Tandria said to me, sis, don't jump from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next.
Okay.
It's all right to just have a moment before you jump to the next thing.
Yes.
I took that and really started growing that concept in myself to where I call it cleansing my mental palate. You know, when you go and you test perfumes or colognes, and they have the little bits of coffee there for you to be able to cleanse your palate so that all the fragrances aren't running together.
Yes.
I realized that I had to start doing that for myself. Now, no, I don't sniff coffee to do that. This is a proverbial thing I'm talking about.
No.
but making sure that I don't just go from one thing to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. My team will know, you know, guys, don't do back-to-backs for me. Give me a minute just to breathe.
Yes.
Sometimes 10 seconds of a deep breath or two, that's your moment of luxury for yourself, baby. Go on and take that.
It's true. It is so true.
So that's me with self-care and understanding there's a certain mindfulness that comes with it.
Absolutely.
I've started doing a lot more meditation in my spiritual life. There's an understanding of a healthy selfishness. I once saw on IG, someone said, and God knows I wish I had said it, but I can't take credit. But it said, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Correct. Yep.
And even if I was not an entrepreneur in the coffee and tea and beverage world, I would still subscribe to that notion that you cannot pour from an empty cup.
It's so true.
And that's something that I have learned and again incorporated into my self-care. But self-care is not just for women too.
Correct.
You know?
So Kim, when I think about self-care, I think also about Silky Trio. And it screams luxury. It screams relaxation.
Yes.
It screams self-care. So tell us about that.
So the trio, I partnered with Silks Co., which is a wonderful company. Follow them again on social media here on IG. It's also in my link tree, in my bio. But it started out where I just love their eye masks they have to just, you know, really help improve your sleep. Sometimes I just, you know, your brain is going and going, and you have so much that you want to do, and you listen to your guided meditations to wind down. You have your decaf or your tea. You do all that. You get in the bed, and you still just like, oh, I can't. You know, I'm not there just yet. And so I put on my eye mask, my silk eye mask, and there's just something when that silk touches your skin.
It's true.
You just feel like, oh, I'm important to me. I'm important to me. That's something that we put so far on the back burner, or we wait for other people to say that we're important. That you better be the first to speak up and acknowledge that you are important to you.
That's
and give your body thanks. I'm a client of a wonderful meditation coach. He's been on my lives a number of times, a gentleman named Corey Mascara. And Corey said once, you know, tell your body thank you.
Right.
Thank you for getting you through the day. Thank you for holding you up. Thank you for taking care of all the organs that are in motion. And
that's real talk.
You know, absolutely. And it was such a new lens to look through.
Right.
And so, so now going back to Silk, to be able to have that sense of I'm doing something for me in this moment, you know, and leveling up my life a little bit right here. Yeah. So I have my silk eye mask and then my silk sleeve, my pillow sleeve, which I love because listen, since the beginning of my time, I have never been that black girl that's going to tie her hair up. Nope, and nope. Ain't going to do it. So, you know, to find and sometimes with like silk pillowcases, they slide off in the night and all sorts of stuff. So with this, what I loved is that it's a sleeve that goes around your pillow. Your pillow goes through it.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah. And so
like,
it doesn't.
Sleeve a fancy word for pillowcase, or is it something else?
It is. It's not a full case though. So that's why they don't call it a case, but a sleeve, because your pillow actually will go through the silk.
Yes.
And so, you know, you are sleeping on this sense of luxury and this wonderful feeling that keeps your pillow cool. It keeps your edges nice. I mean, there's a lot of benefits, you know, and not just for Black women or women of color, and not just for women. But it was just one of those things where I just felt like this is it right here. This is it. And so when my team presented me with this partnership idea to collab with them, and then to know that they now have included silk masks in their line. So I have a trio that they created with some of my favorite colors. I'm not a huge champagne drinker, but my favorite color in the collection is champagne.
It's champagne. Yeah, I love those kind of colors too.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But it's just, you know, it's one of those things where they're great stocking stuffers. You can give them to yourself, even to people that you know could level up their rest and enjoy it. Honey, my two kids, when the box came and they were like, "Oh, what's this?" And sure enough, the little one, you guys, when Quincy was having trouble with, he had a loose tooth. And you know how when it just kind of is just like hanging there on a little piece of, I don't know what kind of fiber or whatever. And he wanted that thing out so bad, but he didn't want to yank and be traumatized. That baby went and put on my silk eye mask and went to sleep.
Oh my goodness.
So you might want to get to, because your kids will confiscate it.
Will confiscate, yeah. When I saw that, I was definitely like, you know, I hadn't thought about putting those three items together to really relax and unwind. So it's definitely on my Christmas list, along with the signature blends. You know, I'm obsessed with the Snuggles in a Jar. So I cannot wait. So Kim, you know, my podcast is all about flights, feelings, and fashion. So I have to ask you, when you're traveling, what character is most, resembles your travel style the most? And so, you know, people have different travel styles. They show up at the airport with big glasses and fur coats and 30 Louis Vuitton bags. Or they show up in baseball caps and sneakers. Yes. What is your preferred travel style? Yeah,
so I am definitely hat and sweats or onesie. I am all about comfort. And I tell you, I am the true comfort diva when it comes to travel. I am not, you know, frou-frou. I don't even want matching luggage. I got duffel bags that I've had since I was on tour in the 90s and the 2000s. I don't want fancy luggage because I don't want nobody going through my stuff.
Exactly.
So, I got all nothing here, you know. But that's you know, and I'm very compact with it. I like one, maybe, you know, a backpack. I'm not a purse girl. I'm more of a wallet chick.
Right.
And so I have that, but I'm real, and it's not that I'm being all incognito. I'm just trying to be comfortable.
You're just trying to be comfortable.
Exactly.
And travel style is very individual. So kudos to you.
Yes.
You own your comfortable travel
Absolutely,
style.
I do. Absolutely, I do.
And so can we are winding down, because I know you have 1,000,001 other things to do. I just have 2 other questions.
Yes.
What else can we expect from you in either the theater world or entrepreneur world?
Well, we have the Upshaws dropping on Netflix in 2021. So that's the new comedy that I'm starring in with Mike Epps and Wanda Sykes and Paige Kennedy. And it's amazing. You guys are not ready for that. And then I have a new series that I'm directing and producing that we just finished production on this past weekend. I can't tell you any more about that, but baby, when I tell y'all, I can't even tell you to put your seatbelt on because ain't no strap that's gonna be able to hold you. I'm just here to tell you.
Yes,
but I'm here for all of it. It's fantastic. It's uncharted waters. It's expect the unexpected. It's what you hope and pray to, cross paths with.
Yes.
When you've been in the industry for a long time and you go, boy, there's still so much I haven't done.
Right.
Well, let me drop some stuff you ain't done, but yeah, on you. Okay. So that's happening. We have season 2 of Young Dylan for Nickelodeon and Tyler Perry. My mom and I directed the season with Tyler, season 1. So we got season 2. My mom just finished directing the first half of the season 2, and then I'll go back in and finish up. And then we've got some wonderful new collections in store for everyone with Signature Blends by KF and some more amazing partnerships that we want to present to you. And then with Refresh by KF, was talking about doing possibly something at the end of the year. I honestly was ready to just be like, I'm done. I'm good.
Right.
And post a picture every now and then. Hey, y'all. But something in my spirit said, no, you've been, having these conversations and people have come to not only want them, but need them. And so I'm very blessed in that regard. And because the whole concept with Refresh is whoever refreshes others will be refreshed.
Yes.
And that proverb has always stuck with me. Yeah. And so if in these moments during this last bit of this particular year, and as we are still trying to figure out the new ways to pivot in this pandemic, it's been put on me to maybe do another conversation. And so we're looking at holiday health for the mind, body, and spirit. So
I love it.
We will be doing that. Yes. Quincy he's got like an IG live radar. Oh, see, he just appeared.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, I'm almost done with my IG live. Okay.
It looks like I didn't eat that much because.
But I'm on IG live right now though, so you can have candy in a minute. Not yet. Okay.
I love it. All right, Kim. So we are at the end of this interview. And I just have one rather serious question because throughout the last couple of years, it has really been important to me to think about the legacy that I'm leaving behind. I think that I'm being very intentional now after losing my mom in 2018 about what I do to leave a legacy and how I want to be remembered, how I want my children to be remembered. And so my last question for you is, Kim, with such a vast career, with everything that you've done, how the many lives that you have touched over the years, the legacy that your mom has created for you, what is it that you want to be most remembered for?
Oof. Girl, we might have to do another conversation. I could keep it simple and say my laugh. Because people tell me how infectious my laughter is. Yeah. And I understand the power of laughter and how it's good for the soul. So I think, it's kind of I dare say low-hanging fruit type of an answer, but it's not that simple, because there's a lot that you have to move through to get to your laughter sometimes.
Yes.
And so if people are able to, find that in them because of hearing me laugh at a moment where perhaps it wasn't at the ready.
Yes.
But I think my laughter is something that I would want to because the body of work, by the grace of God, is there, and that's not anything that I have anything really to do with. Yes. And I mean that from the standpoint of being able to breathe life into the characters that I have been has been extraordinary for me. A tremendous process and blessing. Being able to present content that is a complete birthing from me has been tremendous. But at the end of the day, people will pick and choose what they will gravitate towards because there's a lot there, again, very surreal and by God's grace, mercy, and power. But once you kind of get all those things away, I would say my laughter. Because it's, like I said, it's something where even when you don't feel like it, you can find something. And goodness knows when it catches you off guard and it's unexpected and so delicious.
I know.
It's wonderful and powerful. And like I said too, there are times when you got to push past through a hell of a lot of stuff to find a laugh.
It's so
and
true.
To get to it and to give you and to give yourself permission to laugh.
Yes. Kim.
Even if it's in the quiet of your soul, to be able to find that place.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Kim. And I think I said it before, but I have just followed you throughout your whole career. I have always adored you, and you have just managed to always just be this person that's just such a great example of a woman. And so I really admire you. Thank you. I continue to look forward to more great, entertainment from you, products from you, whatever it is. I know it's going to be fantastic. So thank you so very much, Kim.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure.
I'm going to be sending you a gift. I have a gift that we're going to send you because I design beach towels with images of women of color.
Oh, wonderful.
And so we will be sending you a beach towel.
Yes.
Like stilettos.
Well, one of my online monikers is #WaterBay. So, cause I'm a swimmer. And so I swim all the time for health and wellness and, exercise and strength and endurance and all sorts of things. So I am definitely going to be sporting my towel. So thank you very, very much.
Yes.
Absolutely. And, I cannot believe I forgot to tell you guys this, but it is not too late for you to make your purchases at Signature Blends by KF, because not only do we have gift cards and an amazing product line of teas, coffees, hot cocoa, rum and velvet cake, and cigars, we've got a great holiday collection for you. But here's the real thing right now. Listen up, family. Listen up. When you make any purchase with us, that automatically gives you your invitation to our exclusive, private, online virtual caroling event. I'm hosting it. It's tomorrow. It's tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. So don't come and look for it on here because you ain't going to find it. You will only find this when you make your purchase and you receive your non-transferable invitation to our private event, which is our caroling event that I'm hosting. I've been working on a little Santa baby and some other things.
Oh, goodness, I love it.
I will have some of my celebrity friends popping through, leading us in a couple of songs. So you do not want to miss this wonderful time of fun. And it's a way I wanted to be able to say thank you to all the people who have supported me in this endeavor over the last 2 years. And so when you make your purchase is your invitation. It's that simple. And it's any purchase. There's no dollar amount or a minimum amount. It's any purchase on Signature Blends by KF. And that gives you your exclusive invitation. You're non-transferable, so don't try to copy and paste it and share it. No, it don't work like that. So but we are going to have a time tomorrow evening from starting at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, caroling with Kim. And again, it's our way to say thank you to our blended family, each one of you who has supported Signature Blends by KF.
Yes. I can't wait to place my order tonight. That's the next move I'm going to make, and that's the next move you guys should make. So, Kim, thank you so much. I love you so much.
Thank you.
And
sending lots of love to you.
Wishing you and yours the very best holiday, and a
Thank
happy
you.
new year.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Thank you
it.
so
Have
much.
a great one, guys. I'll see you soon.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you guys for joining in on the interview with the amazing, incomparable Kim Fields and Montage PR. Good looking out. All right. So we will see you next week with another high profile interview. I'm going to save it for you so y'all can make sure that y'all look out for my post next week. But we are going to do it big leading up into the new year. So thank you all for joining in, and make sure you guys order from Kim her signature blend so that you guys can participate in the caroling event. And I will definitely add the websites in this live. Thank you. Good night and Merry Christmas.